If you haven't noticed by now, I've removed the link to my Twitter account on pretty much every platform I can think of. And the reason for that is pretty simple, but also kind of complicated at the same time. Because last week, I deleted my Twitter accounts. So, I mean, it's as simple as that, right? I mean, wouldn't be useful having the link to my Twitter account if it doesn't exist. But again, that then brings up the question, why did I delete my Twitter account? And I swear to God, if anyone calls it X in the comments section below, I mean, I'm just kidding, do whatever you want, but I'm going to call it Twitter because that's what everyone else calls it. I've already been asked a couple times why I deleted it, and I feel like I'm probably going to be asked it a couple more times, and then I thought about it for a little bit, and I'm like, this could maybe make an interesting video. I mean, I haven't uploaded in like 3 months anyways, it was probably time for some sort of update video, right? So here's the story on why I deleted my Twitter account. So I made my Twitter account in 2015, and I did it for pretty much the same reason every single YouTuber ever has made a Twitter account, and it was to post updates on, you know, what was going on with my videos and what was going on with my life and everything, right? I think like my 4th ever tweet was just like a tweet of me being like, hey guys, I'm in the hospital, I can't make a video right now, which was back when I had like 7 subscribers, so I mean, who cares, right? But you know, over time I started growing my channel, and eventually I think I peaked at around like 250 followers on Twitter, and I was pretty much just posting at that point whenever I would upload. The 3 things I used Twitter for mainly was just to keep up with like news, to post content updates about my own channel, and just talk with friends, you know, keep up with people that I've met on the internet and see what they're up to, you know. But over time, I've kind of just lost the use for Twitter. Like, I don't really need it for any of those things anymore. So now it's just kind of like a useless app that I just go on to scroll until I find something that I hate so much that it makes me want to stop using the app. For example, like posting about content updates and whatever. Back when I made a Twitter account, YouTube didn't really have a feature to post updates to your channel, but now there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do for that. Like, there's the community tab, there's Discord servers that you can make. You could even make like a Patreon if you want. Meanwhile, sometime on Twitter, I don't remember exactly when this was, they made this update to where if you posted like a link to something on like a different platform, right, it would pretty much get like banned by the algorithm, which I guess makes sense to some degree. I mean, you don't want people just leaving your site to go to a different platform instead, but to a content creator POV, that is terrible. Usually when I used to post like videos and like whatever, I would get around like 10 retweets at least per tweet. But the latest videos I'd posted, even with my like newer, higher follower count, it wouldn't even get like 4 most of the time. And combine that with the new Twitter Blue where, you know, there's just a million bots everywhere spamming things, and you pretty much have to buy this new $5 subscription to really get your tweets out there. It's just not good. It's just really not good. Really, the only use Twitter has as like a content creation tool, I guess, is like to notify fans of like some event you're gonna do, or to connect with other YouTubers to like collab or something, right? But I mean, at the end of the day, there's different ways to do both of those things, and it really isn't necessary for me to even have a Twitter with like my 1,000 subscribers. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's just not very useful. So content creation was pretty much useless for Twitter, but the real reason I actually kept Twitter was to keep up with, you know, friends and people in communities, right? I don't know how many people know this, at least on this channel, but I had a second Twitter account that I pretty much used more than my actual main Twitter account. It was called @Lappy.com. I actually had that account since like 2019, but I only started like actually using it in 2023. For those of you that don't know, I played Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3 competitively for probably like 2.5 years. At some point in 2023, I decided to switch my Splatoon posting from my main account to my, at that point, abandoned comp account. Because my GD stuff was like kind of blowing up and I was still playing Splatoon, and it's like, how do you really tweet about both of these things that the fan bases I feel like are very different. So I pretty much just made a second account for it, and it ended up like kind of turning into my main because it was kind of the only place I would post. But like about a week ago, I decided I would be stepping down from playing competitive Splatoon. I just kind of thought about it and I was like, with what I want to do and what I want to, achieve with my life, right? Splatoon just isn't really going to help me get there. I've like lost passion for the series ever since the third game came out. It just wasn't my thing, right? So I didn't want to waste time grinding this game, which would inevitably give me nothing. And meanwhile, I just didn't like the game in general. So after I stopped doing that, I kind of realized, like, what do I even have a Twitter for now? Like, the only reason I even had Twitter at all was for, competitive Splatoon and keeping up with, like, events in the community, but now I don't really do that, and pretty much all my friends are on Discord anyways, so I decided to delete it. My comp account, at least. I was gonna keep my main or whatever, because, I mean, it's probably, useful to have, a main Twitter account, and, well, that was that. I deleted my comp account and kept my main account up. For a couple hours. Because I really started thinking about it, and I was like, dude, Twitter sucks. You scroll down this random list of tweets from random popular accounts that always show up over and over again because they're farming the algorithm. You click on their tweet, and it's filled with a bunch of other random Twitter blue accounts posting these bot-generated replies, because if they do, and they post enough, it gives them money. If you've been on Twitter for longer than like a month, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just the same accounts over and over again, and you go into the replies, and you just see the most robotic shit. It's like you wonder if these are even real people. Like, real people don't talk like this. And then the drama, dude. Oh my god, the drama. You just get the most pointless arguments from dumb people who know nothing, who talk about stuff like they know everything. And after a while, it's just like, why am I here? I don't care about people arguing which song is better than which when they're both terrible. And I know someday, if I use this app long enough, I'm going to end up in one of these stupid arguments where you just get quote tweeted like 30 different times because people don't know what the reply button is. And meanwhile, like the reasons I actually came to use Twitter, I just don't have those reasons to use it anymore, right? Like to keep fans updated with my content. It's like I have a Discord server for that. And even if I didn't, during the peak of when I was like getting a ton of viewership and a ton more subscribers, I think like a total of 7 people followed me on Twitter. So I don't think it would be a very, useful way to update my fans about my content. There's also much better ways to get news that I actually care about without having to scroll through 50 tweets of random people arguing about nothing. And the only other thing that I would be on Twitter for is to keep up with my friends, which I already talk to on Discord pretty much all the time. But even though I have like no need for Twitter, I keep going on it anyways and wasting like hours just looking at random bullshit that I really don't care about. So, you know what? I figured, just delete the account. Can't waste time on it if I don't have an account in the first place. And so, I did. I'm not going to go through like all of my old YouTube videos to like remove the Twitter links or whatever. So, if you still want a link for some reason, you could click on one. It's about as interesting as you would expect, though. I might still have like a social media presence on like other apps, because stuff like TikTok and even Instagram to an extent are like kind of useful for growing like your content and your brand and stuff. I mean, like GD content creators, there's a couple that have made entire careers off of mass producing the same YouTube shorts over and over and over again, right? But I just don't really see like a point of that on Twitter. So anyways, that's really all I have to say. If you want an update on any content, because it has been like, 3 months since I posted anything, I just haven't really been feeling GD recently. After I made all those videos in December, I got pretty burnt out, and I still haven't really recovered yet. And I don't know when I will. I definitely want to make like other types of videos though, so tell me if you enjoyed this one, I guess, because it was kind of fun to make. Also, I'm editing this on a new video editor. Usually when I edit videos, I edit it on Kdenlive, but I decided today I'm going to try and learn DaVinci Resolve. So tell me if it looks nice. I haven't edited anything yet. I'm recording the voiceover, and it's the first thing I did besides recording the Minecraft gameplay that you're watching in the background. But let me know if it looks nice, and maybe I'll even put like a text box or something to tell you if it went well or not. Anyways, that's all I have left to say. So I'll see you next time. Or maybe I won't. At least for 3 months. Who knows?